Hi, I'm live again. I was on this morning, but I did my card last night. So this is the one I was going to do. So I put all the measurements to make this. Oh, stop blurring, right? I'll do it a bit slower. And when you open it, see the little garden boxes from the petals, from the Pop-Out Petals. So I finished that one. Now, when I started my live yesterday, I pulled out my everything ready to do it, and I had my lovely piece of floral on one side and green on the other. And I thought, oh, did I put 4.5? So I cut it down, and oh, it is saying up here, the base is 4.25, but the card is actually 12 inches long. If you had the flaps out there, it'd be 12 by 5.5. And I was looking at this piece and cut it short. I don't know why. So I went back to get some paper, DSP, the same colour. Didn't have any. So, being a clever girl, I went and pulled out this one. And because I was stressed, I started working at it. And it was on the wrong side. So my flowers don't look like they're in a pot, they look like they're in a overgrown garden bed. And it's black on the outside. So I was really annoyed and thought, what will I do? I'll make another one. So I didn't do it online. I started and I made what I wanted to end up with. And the other thing happened, in the middle of this, the weather was so bad, because we've had the worst November in rain for 25 years. And it rained all night and the internet went out. So I had to, I ended up putting it on YouTube as 2 parts, but I went away today and I had to take the kids to into the shopping and do some stuff, and I thought, oh, I feel so bad. After it happened, I actually ate ice cream. I meant to be on a diet, but I was so stressed. I thought, what have I done? And so anyway, here I am, and I'm going to redo it for you guys. Okay, so let's get cracking with the new one. So now we're going to do the right one. Do you like it? It brings out the flower garden properly, doesn't it? This is with the pop-up petals. So it's actually not too hard. There's a little bit of cutting. I mean, that one's still nice enough, except, as I said, we've got flowers and an overgrown veggie patch, which actually I planted my veggies on the weekend, and I put some flowers in there, so maybe I was thinking of that. Anyway, we're going to do this. I've gone through the instructions and changed the colour for the Gorgeous Grape, because I had done the first one on Berry Bliss, which I really liked. So let's get on to this one. I'll put those 2 away. And now I'll end up with 4 cards to give away. So there you go. But these will cost a bit if I have to post them, I think. They should go through. So the first 2 people that jump on and have subscribed, I will send you one each. Okay, so we're going to start with Gorgeous Grape. And we have, if you've subscribed, if you're watching on Facebook, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Classy Creative Cards with Nette, and I will send you the private message me on Nette's card making, wherever you are. And I will send you with your message me first, and when I get back to you, I'll send you the card. I'll get your address on the private messages. So with the Gorgeous Grape, the base is 4 1/8. I'll just make sure that side's 5.5 before I go cutting it, because after yesterday's palaver, 4 1/8. So 1/8. What the second mark over. Okay, make sure that bottom's on properly. Oh, goodness gracious. And keep your scraps. I have a drawer that I've got them in the colours, so I can come back, and I'll actually take that back because I'll need that for the greeting. And 5.5 for the base. Alright, I will chuck that one because it is too small. Not the base. Yeah, this is the back of the card, okay? Then we've got 3 3/4 by 5 1/4 twice. No, we have it once. It's all in the instructions, so it'll all be there. And I've got to have a piece of white. I always have my scraps in here. And my small white front is 2 1/4 by 2, card base that. And gorgeous grape. I've put 3 1/4. It's 3 by 3. I don't know why I have quarter. And then the white cardstock is 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I just went through and changed all that. Now I'll keep that bit for my greeting. I might cut that down a bit more. 3 3/4. That might be the one we use. Put the other one into scrap. Okay, so we've got those pieces cut out ready. So the main one will be the back of your card for your greetings. This will be on the front. Our cardstock is now, we've done that. We've got it. We need 1 diamond. Now, I wonder if that's big enough. Oh, that would be good. Won't have to cut any more. And it's perfect. That's 3 by 3, just over 3 by. Okay, so those are the pieces. So we don't need to cut that one up. And the DSP, because I'm not using, so I've got to remember not to have the fruit salad on the wrong side. Okay, it's going to be on the front. So this will be the card DSP is 12 by 5.5, but that's 5.5. So I think that's where I made my mistake. I looked at, I don't think it should, we'll do it 5.5 anyway. Let's just go with it. So we've got plenty to do another one if we muck about. And now we're going to score it at 2, 4, 8 and 10. So 2, 4, and I'm just going to turn it round because I've got I've got my things in the road. So, and 2, and oh, I could take my bracelet off. Someone told me about that. It makes a lot of noise. I'll just pop that over there. It's pretty. My Greek friend gave it to me. Okay, and look how simple that is. The next bit is a little bit more work. Alright, so we go in and out, in and out. Okay, now I'm just going to get that right up on the corner and make sure that's completely down. Now, I don't know why that is. Let's put that there and that there. And now I'll get my, I've done it again. Grab it as tight as you can and then get your bone folder and do it down, okay? It's still there's a problem. I'm holding it. That's it. Alright, so we've got that and that. Now, what we're going to do is glue all the corners. So all those corners. And now we're going to take them up to meet the middle. Right. And that will hold the glue. Because I've caught it right in the corner, you're not going to push it out when you fold it over and get glue moving over. Alright. So right to the corner, make sure you got it in there, and then easy? Come on, it's easy. This is easy. So cute. Right, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right. Now what I'm just going to do is put some things on there to hold those down for a minute. And let's quickly... so with the Celebratory drinks one, I have used them to cut out my coloured things. So see how I've used the pot and I've done the flowers from the inside on these. So I'm just going to grab this out, and on the ones that I won't be using, so the ones that are plain, I'm going to use those. So I need 2 for pots in the middle, and then I need my flowers. So what I'm going to just do is get a bit more room here and get my 2 colours without sticking my fingers in it. And I want my, oh, I don't know why that's over there. I want my butterfly, and I want my big flower, okay? And that's all I'm going to need, because, no I'm not, I'm going to have that stamp. So I'll pull that out at the same time. Thanks, that's what I did. Right, now, let me have a look here. So I need the pots, which we're going to cut out of the die. So I need 2 for the pots, so let me grab the die. So the only dies we're going to use is the pot and the flowers, okay, and the little box to make the box, okay. So we've got the pot, the flower, and the box, plant box. So I can get, what I'm going to do is get a pot out of there. So I actually need 3 pots. So we can have 2 different coloured pots inside if we want. I really like the 2 the same inside and 1 on the outside different. Okay, so I'm going to take the 2 darker ones for inside. Look at those little flowers there. I don't want to mess them up because that's beautiful. Oh, goodness gracious, I saw a glass I do like there. After that, I think I should have had a couple of gins. Look at that. That'd be a beautiful, nice gin right now, wouldn't it? Okay, so I've got 3 for the pots. Now, for the flowers, I want these ones here. Okay. Now, see how they're much lighter? So one of my flowers was in the purples, 2 of them are in the purples, so I'll grab these 2. And two of my flowers were in the more orangey colour. So I might take this one, go right down there. One. And you got to use this DSP up, guys. It's just going to get wasted if you don't use it. So this is a really good idea. Watch what I'm going to do now. Okay, just leave those over there. I'll keep that out. Just going to stamp thanks. And I've got a stamp on there. Then I've got a stamp on the back white. So I've got all my stamping lined up to do. So I've got 1, 2, 3, and I've got these. So the pots don't get stamped, they're just going to get cut out. All of these are getting stamped in flowers. Okay, so, and I'm just doing them in black so you can see them. Memento. And I do need my spongy board because these are the soft ones. Photopolymer stamps. Okay. Remember where I left my dies in case I say I can't find them. Alright, so I'm going to stamp that in there, get it right in, hold my face the right way, and here we go. It does say I have excellent service here. So maybe the, well, it's actually not a bad day today. It wasn't a day I put my washing on the line though, unfortunately. It went outside. So I'm hoping we don't have too much more of this. And then on the orange, got no colouring in when you do this. Look at that. And the orange. Alright, so those are those ones. So we're going to be cutting those out, so I'm afraid to say. Now on the outside card, I've put one here. On the envelope, I've used so many envelopes, just grab another one. I like that. Now, we also have on the front of the card, we have our diamond set like this. So I need some flowers there because our pot's going to go down on the corner. So that's all done for that. I'm going to do my thanks on here. So put that aside. And we're going to do our little butterflies. So our little butterflies, do I want to put some on the back? Where did I just put the back? Here, on this inside. So my little butterflies I've done in Timid Tiger. Alright, and I've got 1, 2, 3. Got a bit of ink on that. I'll just clean that off. Now I said before, get your when you've got a little stamp, get it over to the side and just come to the corner of your pad. Oh my goodness, I've done it on my own pad this time. I'll clean that off. So. Got to hold your mouth the right way, and on the envelope, I do like beautifying up my envelopes. Now I do need 2 more little butterflies. So I'm going to show you my little tricky trick. Where's my white scrap? I had a little bit of scrap there. You know, I keep all my pieces, and there's always a reason they get used because you have little bits to do. So I'm going to have one over there and one here. Okay, now those ones we're going to do a little colour on them. We've still got to cut them out, so all of this has got to be die cut. So I did forget to get my other thing. What I'm going to do is pop that to the side, and I'm going to get my die for the butterflies. Now, lucky for me, I can't believe it, but this suite has 2. And just before I do that, I'm going to put some light pumpkin pie in here. Okay, so these are my floating butterflies, so I'll show you what I mean in a minute. So bear with me, I'll pop these away because I think that's my total stamping. Is that fair enough? Hello, how are you? Sorry, I wasn't looking up to see. Now I've got blue nails with Timid Tiger. Oh, goodness gracious, why aren't you opening? Or shutting, I should say. That's it. I'm just going to clean my fingers. Look at that. Nice sparkly nails, and I've got this on. I don't normally come on this time. I had a problem with the internet yesterday and miscutting. So I decided to redo the whole thing. I deleted myself off Facebook. So I've got another one there. Okay, so that should be nicely set now. Oh, I was going to break that in half because I saw that was in half. So that's what it's going to look like, that. And what I might do is just put that on so I've got something else ready. Now normally I just do an outside, but because I'm putting the whole card onto it, I'm going to do this. So the slightest little bit of gorgeous grape showing. So your card will now stand like that, and that will fit in your thing, and it's still the size of your normal card, 4 1/8 by 5 1/2, and it looks ginormous, doesn't it? I should check a 5 1/2 and not 6 1/2. Yeah, it's 5 1/2. I think after what happened to me yesterday, I'm a little bit scared that I'm not going to do it right. See, that doesn't seem like 5 1/2. My DSP on the other one is smaller. But anyway, this is the one I like. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is do the little cutouts here. So first of all, I'm going to have to bring my big boss in. My big boss, and then I'll put it down and just use my little one because I feel I can use it. I don't know, I'll see. There's a lot of slipping away. I was going to do it on the little one, but the card's too wide, and you have to have the whole card on. See how this is? Okay, so I'm going to type that through because I don't really want that to be pressing too much. I'm not going to hurt that much. So we're going to line it up about 1/4 inch from the bottom, but those little tiny, I'll show you, see on here, see that little pokey thing sticking there and down the bottom there, they are going to line up on the seam of the card and just down to there. Alright, now I'm going to hope, breathe, be smart, put that down gently, and that's in, okay? Make sure it's all sandwiched together, and we're going backwards. Okay, so we've done one side, now we're going to do it on the other side. How easy is this? It's not hard at all. Okay, where have you gone? Fold out, come through, and we're going to do the same here on that line, and even amount from the bottom. I think I've done this card now. This is my 4th time, so I should master it without being stressed, shouldn't I, guys? Oh. Yes. Okay. so here we have my die, and put that away straight away so I don't lose it. Alright, so here we have, when we fold that card, okay, that goes that way, you're going to just push your finger in the bottom and push it forward, that one back, okay, so you've sort of got a mountain and a valley going at the same time on those lines. Okay, a little bit harder because I put my cardstock on it, that's why. And then we're going to do the same to the other side, so we're going to push that forward, and we're going to push that forward, and because it's got the cardstock, I did it without the cardstock on last time, so yeah, we will be fine. Okay. Right, so now we have our two little things. Now see the bottom, how it's got holes? I fix that, and I'll show you what I do. But first of all, we'll just put that aside for a minute, and we're going to get some of these bits and pieces cut out, okay? So we've got, we can only do one at a time. We can do 2 butterflies, and we can only do pots one at a time as well. So we're going to go through 3 times. Count them out, get used to it. So we've got a yellow pot. We've got flowers. This is where I like my magnetic board one. And where's our bees? Flowers, flies, butterflies. Okay. I think my fingers are big and thumpy. Okay. So you've just got to smile when you do this, because it's going to go through. It's going to take us a couple of seconds. Sorry about that. Down. Now I always put it down into the machine, then push it down and hold it. And then you don't have to, you can tape them down if you want, but this is what I do. So, alright, so I can take my butterflies off because I don't need those ones again. And I think you're going to like what you see when I turn those out. So that's one done. Oops, I've got someone peeking over shoulder. Not a kid. Hello?
3:30, wasn't it?
3:20 I think. You might as well get going now anyway. So my husband's taking the dog to the vet, which means that my other dog will whine. I'll take those off and put them here. You remember. And so, because we can only do 2 at a time now, I'm sorry, we've still got 3, 4 more to go. So breathe deep, tell me a good joke. I heard one on the radio the other day. Oh my God, it was so bad I could not tell you what it was. I was laughing my head off, but it's a bit naughty, a bit inappropriate. Okay, here we go again. And 2 more, and then we're done. You see why I like my little cutter, but you can't do it with the big thing. Isn't it easy? These pots are nicely done. They've got a bit of see, even when you see the flowers, they've got sort of faded flowers and dark flowers, and so we've got this one to go and 1 more, and we're on our way. It's going to take us no time to finish this card. Okay. I dropped my teenage boys, because we're in exams at the moment, year 12. As a treat, I took the boys to Southland, it's our local shopping centre, and I took them to drop them off at the movies. Then we're in the car. They're turning 17 in January. One's a bit impulsive and the other one's more sturdy. Well, I said to them, I'll book the movie on on my website because I've got a village card and I'll do that for you and you can go to the movies. And they're like, oh Mum, that's so good. And I said, they were going to Back to the Future, and they said, are you coming too? I said, no, I'm not going to do that to you. You going to the movies with your mum at 17 might be a bit embarrassing. But underneath I was like, no, I don't want to see it. I saw it when I was younger. I don't need to see it. It's not my thing, I've got to say, not my thing at all. But anyway, they were going. So he grabbed my phone. I was driving, so he grabbed my phone and he started typing in I know what to do, And I said, babe, give me 1 second and I will tell you what I do. So go to my village club, go to this, go to that and do it. So he did it, got to the theatre. I said to them, now, do you want me to hang around for a while? No, we know what we're doing. Okay, now I'm just looking for my black again. Where's the black? My black card that I pulled out with. So they get to the theatre, I go, okay, no worries, see you later. So just before I keep going on, I'm going to cut 2 small squares to cover here. Okay? Now, you don't really need to worry about them being, I just need them to be like that wide. You don't need to worry about them matching your fruit all together, to be honest, because once it's on, you're not really going to see it. So, okay, so back to this. So I said to him, okay, well, you book it then, you know. He says to me, he rings me, and I said to him, oh, what are you ringing for? Because I dropped them off and I went and got some stuff for dinner. And I tell you, it was the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life. He said to me, oh Mum, I booked for Westfield. And I said, oh, whereabout? Westfield's ours. He said, no, Altona, 1.5 hour drive away. So because I have a card, I got them for like $35 for the 2 of them. And because they did their because they're juniors, you know, like school students. So you see that? I just glued that and put that on there, and I'm going to do that on the other side now. Okay. If you're doing this card, if you're going to make it, do it the way I originally do it. Do the cut the square out before you put it onto the paper. I thought I was rushing ahead to be clever, but I now know why I don't, because it made it much thicker going through. So do it on the DSP first, and I think I've cut that just a little bit too wide. This dog is going mental now because they've left without him. Aki, enough. Alright, so he ended up, luckily he had some money on him. It cost him $56 to buy 2 new tickets. They reimbursed the old ones, but I thought, sometimes you just can't tell your teenagers. You've just got to let them go. And so I did. Now while that just dries, let me show you my little wee tricky trick with my butterflies. Okay, oh, get down. Oh, listen to them. I hope you can't hear them too much. Now, I've got some window sheet. I kept saying acetate, but it's not. It's window sheet. And I'm just going to cut a strip. Aki! Enough! Dogs. Between my dogs and my kids, it's a wonder I haven't aged a million years. So, on the end of the window sheet, I'm just putting a drop of the glue. Well, I did a bit much of a glue dot then, so I'll just pop that down that end. But now, if you use tweezers, or I've used this so that it doesn't stay on. I'm going to put one butterfly. Now face them outways. Okay, outways, because I'll show you in a minute what we're going to do. And we're going to let that dry. They hate going. He should have just taken both of them to the vet. Now, that's a little. I'm going to get my embossing pen. My embossing buddy. And just put that over the glue because I've put a little bit of glue on it. So just in case it sticks when I'm not ready, that's fine. I'll just do it just in case. Okay, so now when I fold that down, you can't see where I've added those two pieces. So you're pretty safe. So now we've got our thing ready to put together. So it did take guess a little bit. Oh my goodness. You'd think his head trying. So with these ones, oh look at those. Should I do those? I'll cut them and have a look. So I'm going to cut them in half for two, and the reason I've done that is because the boxes, see how when they fold, that's not going to work if I make it fold with that on it as well. So I'm going to. So I can make them, no, I'm going to make them plain how I had them because, to be honest, it might show up too much. So I've got a pot facing that join. Can I get my dog? Aki! Aki, come! Shh. Sorry. Oh, who else have I listened to? Their dogs go cray-cray sometimes. More for the posties than that. But mine's just because he hates not going in the car with his brother. I have two English staffies. Very close. They're 6 weeks apart in age, so nearly 4. Okay, so we've got one pot there. So when it's open, you can see it like a pot. But it will open and close easy. Aki, come here. There I was worried about my card being really bad. Now I've got my dogs being bad. Or dog. Quick, come here. Come here. So as you can see, teenagers, dogs, adult children, some grandkids. I can do anything. Okay, so from there, we've got that there. Now with our thanks, just cut that back to the about 2 it was in the instructions. And maybe I will shut the door again, guys. Enough! That'll suffice for 5 minutes. If there's any dog lovers on there, they'll understand. Alright. Thanks for being there. Sometimes you just need good friends, don't you? Okay. That's there. I think that looks even. Now, with the flowers, they're going on dimensionals. Oh, quite a bit of rubbish left on there. I'll use that. Where's my picky tool? Okay. Because I want them to pop out from... Oh, goodness gracious. I've dropped that on the floor. They're minis. Are these minis or big ones? They're big ones. Okay, let's try again. So just a couple on each. Okay. Yes, so they are at the movies. Finally. But just now it's costing me 1.5 times more. Lucky he had money on it because I was in the car on the way home and I didn't see the message because you're not allowed to pick your phone up in the car. Alright, so we're going to pop a flower out from there and, yep, and a purple one from over here. Make sure you don't get them in your crease, otherwise you won't be happy with yourself. And another set over here, so I'm going to do them the opposite. Oh, opposite, and then this one. This is not hard, guys. This is really not hard unless you stuff up like I did yesterday. Now with our butterflies, I'm going to cut in the middle and I'm putting a on the back of the Windows tape. Have I got it on the right side? No. So put it on the side that you're going to see your butterflies. See your butterflies there. Make sure your bubbles on that side, and then you want to put it where it will be out, so it's going to pop up like that. Okay, so you've got a butterfly there, and then the other one, make him a little bit shorter and put a dimensional on him, and he's going to pop out down here. Okay, look at that. And when they fold, they go in and they sit flat. Now, our last one is we're putting our pot. We've got a little bit of colouring in to do, guys. That's going on the diamond. Okay, give it a sec. The pot's going up onto my... So what I've done is coloured this in with some old olive. Oh, that end has been smashed away. I'm holding off buying any more colours because I don't know what's coming in and what's going out. Originally old olive was out and then it came back, so if you hold on to them long enough. But I'm afraid some of my clients from my class just sort of don't realise how tender they are. And I've used some the tiger on the flowers. Okay, it's not too bad. We are nearly there, folks. Okay. In the middle I'm putting some berry burst because the purple, I don't want the gorgeous grape in the middle, but some of the flowers on the things I cut out, they've got a bit of a tinge that's got berry burst in it, so I decided to do that. So again, we've got our inside of our card the same. I'm not colouring in the envelope, that doesn't matter. And I did put a bit of Wink of Stella, but my winks run out. Alright. Getting there, guys. Not long. This is why I didn't have a busy day today, that I could do this. I feel much better fixing it up, I really do. I kind of felt a little bit embarrassed putting it online, the other one. Oh. No one's killing him, it's alright. And I'm just going to do the light in here. Aki. I will see, because I did try and snap it down and see if there was any left in it. I've got to just give that a little bit on them. So you're seeing, it's actually quite a card, and because I've done it all woe to go with you, you can see that it's not a lot of trouble, and it's lovely to use those little boxes. So you could do bigger ones, but I wouldn't do a bigger one on this one, only because it will, the corners are too big, and you might ruin your card for opening and shutting. I think the little box is enough. Give yourself a good enough spot from the end. And be very careful when you're cutting out your, just giving it all another shush, shush, shush. I love Stella. Okay, so last thing to do is our other pot needs dimensionals. And I'm going to put 3 on this because it's on the front. And I want you to pick it up and see. Oh, look, got a face. Oh, I got a like. Thank you very much. And I've got a few comments on Facebook, but I didn't see them. So sorry, folks, but I am here. Okay. And there's our pot. Now, the last thing to do is it's going to go over here. So what you've got to do is from that corner to there, on this side, is again just a small, not right over, small triangle, and make it a bit thick so that it holds it on, because this will be opened and shut. Mad cow. So how's that? How's the front of that? And then you put it to there. I'm easily amused, aren't I? And it goes straight into that folding piece there. Okay, see how the flap folded there and there, and a bit more around there. Okay, and when you open it, no glue. Just be careful with your DSP. Don't do too many runs with your DSP when you're what do you call it? Not cutting it, scoring it. Do it lightly because you don't want it to fall apart. So what do you think? Was it worth my redoing that? Made it nicer for you, I hope. So give me a thumbs up. And honestly, if you could, be real grateful if you subscribe. Oh, we've got to put this on the back. Subscribe and give, now you won't see these purples, put on the back, along the bottom only just a really little bit, okay, and just because you've got these 2 squares in the middle, put a little bit extra up above that and up above that, just to hold that in so it stays. Okay, now we'll just hold that for a couple of seconds because we want it to stay well. Okay, now look at that. Open, open. See your little things? You can see your card in the back, but that's not, see how you can see there a bit of white. So it stands like that. Goes in the envelope like that, And isn't that cute? And don't forget my mess up when I did my black the wrong way. So if you're on the YouTube, the person who's on there that gave me a like, if you'd like to send me a private message on Nettie's card making classes on Facebook, I will post one of these to you if you've subscribed. Okay? Right guys, I'm very pleased I redid that. It didn't take as long as I thought. I can't tell how long. So I hope you enjoyed that. See you next Tuesday night. Hopefully without mistakes. You're never perfect, are you? Alright, bye. See ya.